be a couple inches. Tell you what, Dylan Cease is getting that called. It's going to be a long night for the Dodgers.
The K-zone agrees with you. 2 on, 1 out. The one-strike pitch. Hernandez swings, grounded to third. Could be two. Machado goes to second. The turn, Cronenworth too late to first. Hustling is Hernandez. Beats the relay throw. They force Freeman at second as Betts takes third. And there's 2 away. And a lot of concern, a lot of eyes watching Freddie Freeman come back to the third base dugout after trying to run hard. But Hernandez able to leg it out.
I think it was the slide. He came up from the slide. Came up very slow. That's another part of that right ankle. That's the bottom foot you slide on. So he's definitely fighting through pain.
Runners in the corners, 2 down. Max Muncy the batter. 3-0 San Diego. 15 homers this year for Muncy, hitting .232. And like a lot of guys, an injury-interrupted season. Was out about 3 months with a right oblique injury. Left-handed slugger. And he takes a strike from Cease on a curve that drops in there.
He's had an .852 OPS and coming back from the IL. Definitely a player that's one of 3 outcomes. Home run, strikeout, or walk.
Cease, the one-strike pitch. Fooled him miserably there at the slider in the dirt. And Muncy was pulling off an awkward swing, and it's 0-2.
Pretty dirty breaking ball that Dylan Cease has. He threw it in the zone. A lot of times you'll see him try to bury it in the dirt, but that one, he's got enough spin on it. He could still get the miss over the plate.
0-2 with 2 down. Betts at third. Teoscar Hernandez at first. The pitch. And Muncy lays off a high fastball. 99 from Cease. 1-2 is Cease picked up in the middle of March in a trade from the White Sox. And again, threw that no-hitter against the Nationals on July 25th, the second in Padres history. The 1-2. And that's low and away, knocked down by Higashioka behind the plate.
Joe Musgrove had the first last year, so 2 in 2 years. Storied franchise.
Defensively for San Diego, Profar in left, Merrill in center, Tatis in right. Way off the line at third, Machado. Shaded up the middle of shortstop Bogarts. Straight up at second, Cronenworth. Solano holding the runner. Hernandez at first. Higashioka catching Cease. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Elevating a fastball. Struck him out as the Dodgers strand 2. They threatened but are turned away by Cease. Through 1 in L.A. 3-0. The Padres leading the Dodgers. This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
The days are getting shorter, but the lights couldn't be brighter. This time of year, baseball is different, and the whole world is watching. All of the clutch hits, the game-saving grabs, the plays at the plate, and the head-first slides under the tag. That's peak baseball. Experience all of the autumn action. It's postseason season. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
3-0 the Padres leading the Dodgers. Before we get to the second inning, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Along with Jessica Mendoza, Kevin Winter in the studios, Alden Gonzalez, our ESPN radio crew, Roxy Bernstein with you from Dodger Stadium. Game 1 of this best-of-5 division series, and a 3-0 lead for the Padres after 1. An RBI for Jurickson Profar and a 2-run blast off the bat of Manny Machado in support of Dylan Cease. As Yoshinobu Yamamoto labored through the first inning as we start the second. 8-9-1 for the Padres. Solano, Higashioka, and Arise. And if you're Mike Schilt and the Padres, you couldn't have envisioned a better start.
Oh, yeah, especially to quiet this crowd that was so loud. In fact, they were booing Manny Machado so loud, which, by the way, only fuels him. He absolutely loves that kind of noise, that kind of chatter. And for Mike Schilt, knowing that he has the best pitching staff, bullpen, he's lined up all good with a 3-0 lead.
Donovan Solano, the first baseman, leads it off here in the second. Right-handed batter, 286 this year, 8 homers for the veteran, who takes a strike from Yamamoto. Fastball on the low outside edge. Solano 1 for 7 on the wild card round against Atlanta. Right-handed batter with that two-tone bat. And the pitch. And it's low and away, a slider missing. 1 ball, 1 strike on Donnie Barrels, getting a lot of run at first base because of the injury to Ha-Sung Kim and Mike Schilt having to adjust the infield. Fouled away, back over the screen on a fastball elevated from Yamamoto.
In fact, Mike Schilt told us that Donovan Solano is one of those unsung heroes on this team. He mentioned him and David Peralta as their leaders, and here he is in the 8-hole.
The pitch, 1-2, and there's just a piece of it. Solano hangs in there on the curve. And the count holds 1-2 on Solano, who's not really a first baseman by trade, but out of necessity playing first, because when Kim was their shortstop, Bogarts was playing second, Cronenworth was playing first. Arise saw some time at first and second base, the 1-2, and Solano grounds it left side. At third, fielded deep by Muncy, cranks it across to Freeman at first to take care of Donovan Solano, and there's one gone in the Padres' second.
Number 20, Kyle Higashioka.
Here is the catcher, Kyle Higashioka, who had a fantastic series in the opening round against Atlanta. Homered in each of the 2 games at a sweep for the Padres. Drove in 3 in that series. Career high in homers, 17 this year for Higashioka. The right-handed batter takes low and away, and a curve. It's ball 1.
No, it's been such a win. He came over in that Soto trade with Michael King, kind of the unsung player that no one was really talking about, and he's having a career year offensively, but it's a defense they really wanted.
The motion and the 1-0. Swinging a grounder left side, deep at third, fielded again, gobbled up by Muncy. Fires it across to first, and 2 outs here in the top of the second, recorded as Muncy throws out each of the first 2 Padre batters. 2-way, 3-0 Padres, top 2, top of the order, and Arise. It was Michael King who was pretty adamant when he said, you know, people just assume the Yankees won the trade by getting Soto, who went the other way, as Arise takes a strike on the outside edge from Yamamoto. And also, there were 7 players in that trade. That 5 coming to San Diego, 2 went to New York. And the 1-strike pitch is way inside. 1-1 the count. But Michael King saying, look, I think the Padres won this trade. He was adamant about it, and he had a magnificent start in Game 1 of the postseason for San Diego. Foul straight back from Arise, and it's 1-2.
I think both teams won. I mean, Juan Soto
had
everything for the Yankees.
Storybook season.
Yes, unbelievable over there. And Michael King, I mean, where would the Padres be without him? And honestly, Kyle Higashioka behind the plate.
1-2 with 2 down. Yamamoto, the motion, the pitch. And that's low. Missed with a curve. And it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Arise, who tweaked his knee a couple of weeks to go in the regular season and is just now, within the last week or so, starting to feel back to normal. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Outside edge, 96. From Yamamoto, catches Arise looking. The guy who strikes out the fewest in all of baseball is gone a-looking. And a 1-2-3 second for Yamamoto. Heading to the home half of the second in L.A. 3-0. The Padres leading the Dodgers. This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Are you a chronic interrupter? Incapable of letting other people talk? Do those people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should go to Mattress Firm. They have a 120-night sleep trial, so you can get your money back if a bed's not right. That way, anyone, even someone like you, can sleep. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
With the Division Series on ESPN Radio. Update in the Bronx. Garrett Hampson with a 2-run single in the top of the 6th inning. That had given Kansas City a 4-3 lead, a 5-4 lead over the Yankees. But bottom of the 6th, Austin Wells with an RBI single. We are tied 5-5. Yanks and the Royals, bottom of the 7th inning. Roxy Bernstein, Jessica Mendoza will keep you updated. Back to you guys in L.A.
Well, a wild first day of the Division Series round, Kev. And here the Padres jumping on the Dodgers, leading at 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. For L.A., Will Smith, Gavin Lux, Tommy Edman. 6, 7, and 8 against the San Diego right-hander. And the struggles in the first inning for Yamamoto, Jess, against the Padres, nothing new.
No, this has definitely been part of his story. Same with Dylan Cease. Both these pitchers have struggled. And for Yamamoto, it doesn't end in the first inning. The first 3 innings, when you look back, especially against the Padres, 10 runs given up in the first inning alone.
And at least 2 in the first inning of each of those 3 starts. Will Smith, the right-handed batter, leads off the 2nd, and he takes a strike on a slider from Cease. 248, 20 homers for Smith. Drove in 75 this year, homered against the Padres last Thursday. 1-strike pitch, swing and a miss, elevating a fastball. And it's 0-2 on Smith. Went 5 for 12 in the postseason last year. Really the only Dodger that swung the bat well in that series against Arizona.
They'd like to see his bat get going.
0-2. And that's low. 1-2 the count. He struggled through September, but Dave Roberts able to get him a little bit of a break toward the end of the year to try to get him refreshed for the postseason. The 1-2. Smith swings, reaches for it, loops it foul into the second deck down the right side. And giving Will Smith the breather's got to help him here in this postseason run the Dodgers are trying to go on.
And it helped that Austin Barnes was swinging a hot bat, the backup catcher. So you had another option to go to. And they went to him a lot more to help give Will Smith that rest he needed.
Pitch. Smith takes it high. The slider missing from Cease. It's 2-2.
Will Smith has struggled against Dylan Cease. 9 at-bats, 5 strikeouts.
The kick, the 2-2 pitch to Smith. And that's low and in, and a full count of the Dodgers catcher leading off the home second. Dodgers would love to get the leadoff guy on, try to get something going. Cease the turn, and the payoff to Will Smith. And that's high ball 4. Second walk issued by Cease, and the Dodgers have a start here in the home second. Leadoff base runner for the left-handed batting Lux. 251, 10 homers for Lux this season. Limited sample size, 3 for 5 against Dylan Cease. And Lux riding a modest 4-game hitting streak into the playoffs. But again, it's interrupted by about a week.
His bat did start to come around, though.
And the belt cease, the pitch. And Lux takes it high. And Dave Roberts had an interesting choice because Lux, we just ran off those numbers. Kike Hernandez, who's a right-handed batter, but has great career numbers against Cease.
Yeah, and I thought that might be an option. They're playing the odds left on right with Lux.
The 1-0. Lux swings and fouls it back.
And the key for him is he gets a tack like he did there. Fastball's away. There's no secret where the cold zone is for Gavin Lux. When he starts swinging the bat well, Roxy, it's when he's going to left field, when he's hitting line drives up the middle and not trying to pull those pitches.
Lux, who missed all of last season with a torn ACL, and playing second base this year. The 1-1. Swing and a line drive into right center field. It falls in front of Merrill for a hit on one bounce. Chucks the ball back in. Smith stops at second. And the Dodgers have 2 on with nobody out. A walk and now a single. Who are we to question the Dodgers' lineup choices?
Well, when you have the mindset to go opposite field and you get a breaking ball that you're still able to drive up the middle, that tells me that Gavin Lux has seen the ball very well when he's not pulling those pitches down the right field line.
Tommy Edman, switch hitter, batting from the left. Picked up in a trade from the Cardinals. Back at the deadline in a 3-team deal, but didn't make his season debut because of wrist surgery until mid-August. Up at third, Machado. The pitch. And Edman swings and misses at an elevated fastball for strike one. 97 from Cease.
Way up out of the zone, too. A huge chase from Tommy Edman. Unusual first pitch.
His entire career with the Cardinals until the trade. 1-strike pitch. Way outside. Missed with a slider, 1-1 is switch hitter batting from the left side. He went from being a Cardinal to the Cardinals, and now he's a Dodger. Because he played his college ball at Jess's alma mater, Leland Stanford Junior University. 2 on, nobody out. Cease the pitch, and Edman takes it low. Just missed. And it's 2-1 on Edman here with nobody out. 3-0 San Diego, but the Dodgers threatening here in the home second. And now a mound visit as Higashioka going out. The rest of the infield coming in. And the Dodger fans waving those blue rally towels and making some noise.
I think a reminder, too, for Kyle Higashioka where they're at in the lineup. I mean, you've got Tommy Edman, Miguel Rojas, and Shohei Ohtani. You do not want to get him up with more runners on base.
Now the mound meeting broken up. Padres head back to their respective positions along the infield. Smith at second, Lux at first. Nobody out. 2-1 on Edman, the 8-hitter. Cease at the set. A look back. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. He pumped it by him. 97. Fastball running away from Edman. 2-2.
He still hasn't pitched him a strike. Both the fastballs Edman has swung out have been out of the zone.
Again, Cease from the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Just reared back and let go. 96, and the second strikeout for Cease. One out for Rojas.
A hesitant swing from Tommy Edman. He's been questioning himself because he's swinging at pitches out of the zone. This is probably the closest to the zone that you're going to see, and Dylan Cease just comes right at him. 96.
The injury concern for the Dodgers was Freeman, but Miguel Rojas has been dinged up here toward the end of the season. Right-handed batter, 2 on, 1 out. 3-0 Padres, home second. And Cease delivers to Rojas, who takes it outside. The slider for ball one. Good season this year, Rojas. 6 home runs, hitting .283. He's been dealing with a left adductor strain for about the last week and a half. It's flared up on him, but he's been dealing with this basically all season. The 1-0. That's a called strike. Slider in there, 1-1.
He's the kind of player, too. He's going to play through anything. He's been huge for the Dodgers the last few years, but especially this year with Gavin Lux unable to play shortstop. Mookie Betts was out. They needed not just the defense, but the bat's been there too. Career OPS this year.
1-1 pitch. Off the outside with a fastball. 2-1 the count on the right-handed batting Rojas, with Ohtani looming on deck for the Dodgers.
And Miguel Rojas has to be thinking, do not hit a ground ball. This has been a huge spot he's been in to try to get the inning to Ohtani.
From the ready, here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut by Rojas at a fastball, the top of the zone, 2-2.
In fact, it was Miguel Rojas who was up with the bases loaded in their last loss to the Padres just last week when Manny Machado started a triple play on a ground ball to end the game.
And that's how the Padres clinched the playoff spot, was on that triple play, the first team in Major League history. 2-2 pitch is low. Slider and a full count on Rojas with 1 out. Smith at second. Lux at first base.
Got to sell out fastball here. Dylan Cease, that's the only pitch that he's been able to absolutely control. He's going to come with that with velocity. If I'm Miguel Rojas, I'm sitting heat.
Full count, 1 out. Everybody standing at Dodger Stadium. Here comes. Swinging a liner foul out of play off to the right. Hits off the facing of deck number 4 and pinballs down below into the first deck. Past the Padre dugout down the right field side, and we'll do it again, 3-2.
He's kicked it up another notch, too. He's feeling the crowd, the moment. Knowing who's on deck brought 98 on that last fastball.
And Cease already up over 40 pitches. He's at 43 with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Here it comes. Swinging a ball, popped up in the infield. And the infield fly rule is called, and backpedaling in a shallow right center 15 feet into the outfield grass. Cronenworth puts it away for out number 2, and the runners have to hold. 2 on, 2 out, and here comes Ohtani with the Dodgers down 3.
Roxy, the storyline for Shohei Ohtani, outside of all the accolades and all the attention, was he could not hit with runners in scoring position. That changed these last 2 weeks. We'll see how it is in the postseason.
Ohtani flew out of the first. Cease delivers. And a fastball is low. 1-0 on Ohtani. Last 9 games going 12 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Smith at second. Lux at first. Cease. The 1-0 pitch. Inside and low. A slider, and it's 2-0 on Ohtani.
Ohtani gets attacked consistently. Fastballs up. That's how he got him out his last at bat. Breaking balls down. If you're ever going to get him out, it's on one of those 2 pitches.
2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul to plate, and Ohtani cranked it off his foot, maybe even the knee, as he is hunched over in pain and hobbling around home plate with a grimace on his face. On the first base side of home plate, stretching out his leg.
2-0. I'm surprised he swung at this pitch. It's a fastball 6 inches inside, 98 miles an hour, and
it was off his back knee, the left knee. Digs back in. 2-1 the count. 2 down. Runners lead for the Dodgers. Dylan Cease. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball, ripped to right. It is way back. It is gone. Ohtani, a 3-run blast, and the Dodgers have tied the game.
Roxy, they went fastball up. Same pitch they got him out last time. This is where Shohei Ohtani continues to impress. Made the adjustment at bat to at bat. Got out on that pitch, and this time creamed it 112 miles an hour.
Dylan Cease to Mookie Betts, and he bends the curveball in there for a strike. Ohtani just cleared the wall, 372 feet to right, at better than 110 miles an hour. One strike pitch is high.
Roxy, it was out of here before he was out of the box. I mean, line drive. We see towering shots most times from Shohei. This was not that. It was a line drive. Probably cleared it by a foot.
2 outs. Bottom 2 in a 3-3 game. And the 1-1 pitch is low and away. On appeal, no swing. As C. Smith missing with a slider. It's 2-1 to Betts. 3-run shot by Ohtani ties the game. So it was his second playoff at bat. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fooled him there. That slider from Cease, and it's 2-2 and a pitch biting down and away.
It's his best pitch. Hitter's just hitting a .159 against it. That's second in all of baseball against the slider.
This all started for the Dodgers with a leadoff walk as Betts takes low. Fastball missing from Cease and a full count on Mookie. Already up over 50 pitches for Cease in the second inning. 3-2 on Betts. Cease, the motion, here it comes. Check swing, strike 3 call. Outer half of the plate. Catches him looking. Third strikeout for Cease. Side retire, but the damage is done. Ohtani, a 3-run homer to tie it. We're 3-3 through 2 in LA. This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Studio wants to make a movie of our podcast.
Don't miss the new season of the Hulu original Only Murders in the Building.
We're going to Hollywood.
We have a fabulous cast.
Eugene Levy.
Eva Longoria.
And Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yes, Zach Galifianakis, of course.
Starring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
This is box office gold.
We'll take it from here.
You got this?
We're not children. And can you open this snack? My assistant's not here.
The Hulu original series Only Murders in the Building, Season 4. New episodes Tuesdays, streaming on Hulu.
This time of year, the gear means more. The logo has a season of grit stitched in. The hat brims go low. The jerseys blaze with postseason pride. It's postseason season. This is what players and fans wear to win. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
With the Division Series on ESPN Radio. Update in the Bronx. Bottom of the 7th inning, the much maligned Alex Verdugo mired in a massive slump all season long. RBI single scoring Jazz Chisholm, and the Yankees have a 6-5 lead in Game 1 over the Royals. They're in the top of the 8th inning. That game airing right now on SiriusXM Channel 80. Meanwhile, we have a brand new ball game. We're tied up 3-3, Padres and Dodgers. I mean, you just knew Shohei was going to do something, right? He tanked that ball. Roxy Bernstein, Jessica Mendoza, back to you guys for the top of the third.
Kev, if you knew, why didn't you clue me in before that you knew Ohtani was going to go deep? He becomes the 6th Dodger to homer in their postseason debut in a Dodger uniform. Gavin Lux being the last, by the way.
He also continues to amaze, and I'll tell you what, the biggest adjustment he's made this season is hitting with runners in scoring position. Last 2 weeks he's been on fire.
3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Padres. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Tatis, Profar, Machado in the third against Yamamoto. In a 3-3 game after Ohtani's blast as Tatis takes a strike on the inner half at 95. Walk and a run for Tatis in the first. The kick, the 1-strike pitch, and that's low and away. Missed with a curve. 1-1 the count. So the Padres got 3 in the first, the 2-run blast from Machado, and the Dodgers tied it on Ohtani's drive in the second. The 1-1. Check swing. He laid off a curve down and away. And it's 2-1 and Tatis. And speaking of home runs, his dad had a phenomenal feat in this stadium. becoming the first player in Major League history to hit 2 grand slams in the same inning right here at Dodger Stadium while playing for the Cardinals. 2-1 pitch to Tatis is low. 2 grand slams in the same inning by Fernando Tatis Sr.
To do it at Dodger Stadium where no Dodger had ever done it. No player in baseball had ever done it.
3-1 and Tatis leading off the third. The pitch hit sharply on the ground past the shortstop. Rojas in a left center field and gets all the way to the warning track, hustling over. Edman backhands it, and that ball was hit so sharply it skipped past the outfielders where Edman had to chase it down on the track, and Tatis ends up at second base. That sizzling grounder to the left side of the shortstop, Rojas.
Sizzling by 119 miles an hour. The location of this is a base hit, Roxy, but because he hit it so hard, it made it all the way to the wall. And Tommy Edman, who has a lot of speed, unable to get Fernando Tatis Jr. out at second.
Hit number 4 for the Padres. Here is Profar batting left against the righty. RBI and a ground out in the first for Profar. A look back, short lead for Tatis. The pitch, and the left-handed batter pops it up. Near second base, fighting the twilight. Rojas having trouble with it. Luckily for the Dodgers, Lux sees it, and the second baseman ranging over on the edge of the dirt, right behind second base, and the edge of the outfield grass makes the catch, but Rojas had no idea where the ball was.
Or he was messing with Tatis. He's done that before, where he's faked where he doesn't know where it is to see if the runner will bite.
But Lux knew where it was, yes, and he was able to make the grab. 1 out runner at second. Here is Machado. 2-run homer to left center in the first. 3-3, top 3. We have the twilight sky right now up above Dodger Stadium, where it's just past 6:30 West Coast. Machado, a high fly ball to left. Back is Hernandez. He's onto the track, has room, makes the catch, and straightaway left. 1/2 step onto the warning track. And Tatis retreats to second base as Machado just missed another one.
Oh, yeah. This looked like it was actually out off the bat. He just missed getting underneath it. I mean, still hit 105 miles an hour, but was sitting slider after hitting the fastball for a home run his last at bat.
2 outs, Tatis at second. Here is Jackson Merrill, a fly out in the first. Left-handed batter. Yamamoto approaching 50 pitches here in the third. And the pitch, swing and a miss.
They just showed the replay, and actually, as soon as Machado hit that, Yamamoto put his hands on his head saying, oh no, I mean, he thought it was out.
There is a beach ball that's gotten loose in right center field. One of the bat boys or girls going to get it.
Wouldn't be Dodger Stadium.
Nope.
Have a beach ball sneaking onto the field.
0-1 on Jackson Merrill. Tatis, the leadoff double, still at second base. Yamamoto from that high set. Check back. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, elevating a fastball. It's 0-2. Don't miss the Mets and Phillies, the National League Division Series, presented by Booking.com tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern on FS1 and ESPN Radio. Game 1 this afternoon. Zach Wheeler, 7 scoreless innings, but the Mets with 5 in the 8th, coming back to win it 6-2 and go up 1-0 in that series. 0-2 pitch, low and away to Merrill, 1-2. It's like when the Mets are trailing late, they have you where they want.
Oh, that's exactly how the Mets have been the last, 2 months of the season? And the postseason kicking it a whole nother notch.
Certainly in that Game 3 in Milwaukee the other night with Pete Alonso's blast. Tatis at second, 2 down. Yamamoto's 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Elevating fastball that time. We'll do it again, 1-2 on the 21-year-old Merrill.
Yamamoto, a different pitcher this inning than he was in the first. Being able to locate the fastball where he wants it at the top of the zone. The breaking ball down at the knees is where he lives, especially with the splitter.
Ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander from the first base side of the slab. Tatis dancing off second. And the pitch. And that's just off the outside. Missed the back door with a curve. And Yamamoto started off toward the third base dugout thinking it was strike 3.
I think a seam might have clipped the outside part of the plate. It was close. Put it any more on the plate, and Merrill's going to crush it in the gap.
2-2. Yamamoto the pitch, and that's low and away, backhanded by Smith on a splitter, and it's a full count.
Tell you what, that was a great take, though, from Jackson Merrill. 2 strikes, a backdoor curveball that he's not going to hit, gets the call to continue this at bat.
Full count, 2 down. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Ready, here it comes. And that's in the dirt, ball 4, missed with a splitter. And Merrill earns the walk, and there's 2 on with 2 out for Xander Bogaerts. Second walk issued by Yamamoto, and now the pitching coach, Mark Pryor, with the interpreter for the Dodgers, coming out to talk with Yamamoto.
I think the biggest concern is the splitter. I mean, that's the best pitch that Yamamoto has. He hasn't been able to locate it. In fact, it's been non-competitive. The last 2 pitches to Jackson Merrill where they need a strikeout. They need a swing and miss. Both in the dirt, not even getting a bite from Jackson Merrill.
What do you think about him in this moment? Starting game 1 of the postseason for the Dodgers, his first playoff coming over from Japan. His makeup, does this sit with him that's he's ready for this moment?
I think no one knows the answer to that question except for him. I mean, Dave Roberts kept referring to the Yankees series as the only time that he's been in a big moment outside of postseason baseball in Japan, but this is a whole nother realm. And even when he pitched in South Korea to open the season, he struggled. And that was a big audience, a big moment.
Jessica Mendoza's instant analysis brought to you by Pfizer. So Yamamoto 2 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and he's dealing with 2 on and 2 out for Bogaerts, who singled in the first the other way. Right-handed batter. After the mound visit, Yamamoto the pitch. And that's just down low with the splitter for ball 1.
When that pitch is going right, Roxy, it's starting as a strike and ending up as a ball. Right now, it is continuously starting as a ball and ending in the dirt.
The 1-0. Bogaerts fouls it straight back. A fastball from Yamamoto. 1-1 the count. We have some stirring in the Dodgers bullpen beyond the wall in left. Yamamoto, 56 pitches. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Nobody throwing just yet. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a liner hook down the left side. Fair toward the line, and a sliding attempt by Hernandez. It gets by him to the wall. Tatis is in. Merrill flying around 3rd. He will score. A 2-run double pulling up at second base. And Xander Bogaerts put the Padres back on top 5-3.
Xander Bogaerts getting a good curveball that he was able to sit on. Remember, he fouled off all those other pitches. He's now 2 for 2. We saw him poke a fastball to right field. Now he gets a breaking ball. He's able to get more on the barrel. I'll tell you what, Teoscar Hernandez should have been able to cut this ball off. I think 1 run still scores, but because he slid and missed it, it easily allowed Jackson Merrill to come around and score as well.
Bogaerts at second, and before Cronenworth bats, the mound visit for Will Smith. As Yamamoto, after the Dodgers tied the game, and then the 2-run, 2-out double by Bogaerts, and you think about the Padres, that 2-out rally that they had in the 2nd inning of Game 2 against the Braves in San Diego on Wednesday night. As there is activity in the Dodgers bullpen now, a right-hander has been tuning up. And for L.A., that's Ryan Brazier getting loose. But the Padres strung together 6 consecutive hits with 2 outs against Max Fried and the Braves on Wednesday night, scoring 5 runs.
And they do it in a multitude of ways. I mean, in this one, it's a walk, it's a double. Contact is the biggest thing the San Diego Padres do so well.
Cronenworth, the ground out in the first. Left-handed batter, Bogaerts at second. The pitch, and that is down low. Lays off a curve. 1-0 the count. Yamamoto spent a lot of time on the injured list this season. He was sidelined for 3 months, dealt with a strained rotator cuff, which also was some tightness in his tricep. Came off the injured list September 10th. The 1-0. And that's outside. Smith rifles it down to second as Bogaerts dives back in with Rojas covering the shortstop, ducking in behind the runner, but Bogaerts gets back.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Yamamoto settle in. He's had the one strikeout, which is rare for him, and it was a strikeout looking. Just not a lot of swing and miss.
2-0. This will be pitch number 60 for Yamamoto. Here it comes. And it's in the air. Playable over toward left center, roaming back with room is Hernandez. Sidesteps and casually reaches out with one hand and makes the catch. The side is retired. 2 for the Padres. And they reclaim the lead as we go to the home half of the third in L.A. 5-3 San Diego. You're listening to the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/message today.
Hey, just the socks. Thanks.
Great. Name, birthday, email address, shipping address, billing address. How many fire hydrants do you see? How'd you hear about us? Can we text you?
Forget it.
If your online store doesn't use Shopify for checkout, your customers will just, well, check out. Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. That means fewer abandoned carts and more for your business. So switch to Shopify at shopify.com/play and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/play.
Illegal use of hands.
Does it sound like...
That's 2 foul balls now.
The universe is sending a message.
Unnecessary roughness and a nasty sack.
Maybe it's time to really listen.
He makes space, room to breathe. He's looking very comfortable.
To Tommy John.
Touchdown!
Great games start with great underwear. And with 4 times the stretch of competing brands, Tommy John underwear is all-star material. Naturally breathable, silky, soft, and supportive. With thousands of 5-star reviews and over 20 million pairs sold. Fans love Tommy John. One Tommy John fanatic raves, game changer. I never knew what a difference underwear makes. Plus, everything's backed by Tommy John's best pair you'll ever wear or its free guarantee.
Tommy John, the MVP of your underwear drawer. Score 25% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/stream. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/stream. TommyJohn.com/stream. See site for details.
There's that one.
We're here.
Here we are.
This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
5-3. The Padres leading the Dodgers onto the bottom of the third with Jessica Mendoza. Kevin Winter in the studios. Alden Gonzalez with us as well. Our ESPN Radio crew. Roxy Bernstein with you on a beautiful night in L.A. Did you expect it to be 5-3 going to the bottom of the third?
I mean, most game ones, right? Especially when you got your dudes rested, Dylan Cease versus Yamamoto. But that's how these offenses are, too. They got the stars as much as the starting rotation does.
Heart of the order for the Dodgers, Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, and Muncy. Against Dylan Cease. 5-5-0 for the Padres. 3-3-0 for L.A. Freeman singled in the first, in his first at bat, and trying to keep an eye on him as he runs, and it's not a comfortable movement right now for Freeman.
I was just thinking, if he gets a ball in the gap, I don't know if he makes it to second.
Cease winds and drops the curve in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
I mean, he's jogging. We haven't seen him sprint yet. I'm sure he can try if he has to, but he's in pain.
A turn, the one-strike pitch. And Freeman checks his swing at a pitch low and appeal. No, he didn't go, said third base umpire, the crew chief, Dan Bellino. 1 ball, 1 strike. And look, anybody who's played sports has turned an ankle, sprained an ankle. It's about pain tolerance. And the 1-1 pitch. Freeman swings and lines one to right center field. That's a hit toward the gap, cut off by Tatis shy of the warning track. And Freeman takes a turn and scoots back to first base, and Freddie Freeman is 2 for 2 A leadoff single to right center to give the Dodgers a start in the home third.
70% of Freddie Freeman is still pretty darn ridiculous. Both hits coming on fastballs in the inside part of the plate. Classic Freddie has the ability to just drop balls into left field. Now he's getting barrel balls into right. Impressive, especially knowing what he's battling with his right side.
Teoscar Hernandez digs in. The right-handed batter takes it low from Cease. 1-0 the count. A sweeper that time from Dylan Cease. And he's approaching 60 pitches. Doesn't appear either starter is long for this one. The 1-0. Hernandez lifts it down the right side. That's twisting out of play, foul. And the upper reaches of deck number 1. 1-1 on Hernandez.
Teoscar has struggled against the Padres. Historically, he's batting 143 against them. Dylan Cease, 5 strikeouts and 11 at-bats. It's been so huge for the Dodgers, but not against this team.
The 1-1. Up and in, straightens up Teoscar. 2-1 the count. And what a great season. He had a great September. Hit around 330 for the month of September. And Teoscar Hernandez, the home run derby champ, going to an all-star game for the second time. Freeman running.
Whoa.
Swing and a miss. Throw to second. And Freddie Freeman steals the base. Where did that come from? He slides in, and he catches the Padres off guard. He had a great jump.
I mean, they weren't even thinking about him. I mean, I almost feel like, okay, did he even roll his ankle, or is this all an act at this point? Because the fact that he just stole this base, still not even running full speed, but fully stealing it on the pitcher, Dylan Cease, who's one of the best times, by the way, to home plate. He's someone you don't steal on, but you can if they think you can't run.
It is getting challenged.
Assumes.
Ruling on the field stands. Stolen base. Freddie Freeman. Clayton McCullough, the first base coach, telling you.
Freddie, I asked him because we were talking about Shohei stealing all those bases. He's like, it's actually Freddie, though, that ends up being the sneaky one.
He clearly caught everybody in the ballpark off guard. 2-2. Freeman's at second, nobody out. Teoscar Hernandez, the right-handed batter. The pitch. And Cease's fastball is fouled straight back.
I just can't get over, sitting before the game and getting the impression that Freddie Freeman might not even play today. Not only is he playing, he's got 2 hits and a stolen base.
Dave Roberts really didn't know. It was truly a game-time decision if Freeman was going to be able to go. Again, the 2-2, and Hernandez a swing and a miss, chasing the slider. And strikeout number 4 for Cease. One out, Freeman at second. Here comes Max Muncy. Strikeout of the first for Muncy. Has a couple of homers against the Padres this year. Left-handed batter stands in on top of the plate. Cease the pitch. And swing and a ball skied. Shallow left. Coming on is Profar, calling for it, waiting for it to come down. And he squeezes it for out number 2 as Freeman holds at second. 2 down. That will leave it up to Smith, who walked and scored in the second inning. The Dodgers catcher. There is activity in the Dodgers bullpen right now. Here in the bottom of the third with the Dodgers hitting. The pitch from Cease, and Smith grounds it foul, skipping out of the way and ducking out of the way is Dino Ebel, the third base coach for the Dodgers. 0-1 on Smith. It's Ryan Brazier getting loose. And with him throwing right now, it makes you think, Jess, that maybe this is it for
Absolutely.
Yamamoto.
The way he's throwing out there, too. And Ryan Brazier, him and Michael Grove both there for more length.
One strike pitch. Smith swings, pops it up, foul over near the Padres dugout first base side, and watching it sail into the crowd is the first baseman Solano on that short side fence beyond the Padres dugout on first base way. And it's 0-2 on Smith. Oh, and 2 away. Padres 5, Dodgers 3. Game 1. Cease from the set. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back behind the plate. Hits off the facing of the top deck and drops into the second deck behind home plate at Dodger Stadium. Still beautiful ballpark. Nestled in Chavez Ravine here in L.A. Freeman off second with 2 down. Cease a look back. Now the pitch. And Smith lays off a high fastball.
He wanted to swing his lower half. Definitely triggered. You got to get started early against the Dylan Cease fastball. It's not only 98, 99 right now, but high spin. It's getting on him quick.
1-2. Cease. Second glance at Freeman. The pitch. And that's low and away to Smith. Backhanded by Higashioka, a slider. And it's 2-2 on Will Smith. Smith signed that 10-year extension right before this season began. Most likely will be in L.A. for the rest of his major league career. The 2-2. Swinging a bouncer foul past third. Two and 2 on Will Smith. Freeman the leadoff single and shocked everybody and stole second base. Still out there. Cease from the set. Pitch number 71. And a foul straight back as Smith fought off the slider. There is activity in the Padres bullpen. That is Brian Hoeing beginning to get loose. Right-hander who joined us pregame was the winning pitcher for the Padres in Game 2 against the Braves on Wednesday night at Petco Park. A look back at Freeman. Again the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Struck him out with a sweeper. 5 strikeouts for Cease. Leadoff single is stranded. We're through 3 in L.A. in Game 1. It's the Padres 5, the Dodgers 3. This is the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
I'm Kevin Richard. We are through 3 in Los Angeles. The Padres have a 5-3 lead over the Dodgers here in Game 1. In the Bronx, the Yankees and the Royals, they've gone back and forth.
Swings into left field. It's down. Here comes Chisholm. Throw from left field is not in time. Verdugo delivers, and the Yankees do grab the lead 6-5 on a hard-hit single to left. Melendez throw, not in time.
Carl Ravitch at the call on ESPN Radio. The game's available on the app, SiriusXM Channel 81. We're in the top of the 9th inning right now. Luke Weaver is on for the Bombers, trying to close it out. There is 1 out in the 9th. Yanks have a 6-5 lead. By the way, time now for today's trivia question, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Garrett Cole gave up a home run tonight, the 10th consecutive postseason game in which he has surrendered a home run. That is tied with someone else for the most in Major League Baseball history. Who's that other pitcher? And by the way, he's active. The Dr. Pepper trivia question: it's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. Mets explode for 6 runs over the 8th and 9th innings. They beat the Phillies and the Guardians. A 7-0 win over the Tigers. Roxy Bernstein, Jessica Mendoza, back to you in LA.
All right, Kevin. Ryan Brazier, the new pitcher for the Dodgers, after just 3 innings tonight from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Brazier, the right-hander, will face Solano, Higashioka, and Arise 8-9-1. 5-3, the Padres leading the Dodgers here in L.A., and seems to be some commotion going on toward the left field corner. And while the security here at Dodger Stadium deals with that, we'll pause. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the National League Division Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Along with Jessica Mendoza, Alden Gonzalez, Kevin Winter in the studios, Roxy Bernstein with you as somebody who paid a lot of money to come watch Game 1 of this National League Division Series is going to spend a night in the funhouse. He's going to make some friends. Maybe friends he didn't think of meeting at the beginning of the night. But it appears he's not alone. He's got company. And the second guy is trying to convince the security to let him stay, I think. Good luck with that. So while security deals with the, I'm guessing, Dodger fans who might have enjoyed themselves a little bit too much pregame and can't handle their adult beverages, they're now going to pay the price for it. And they're escorting him out. They're walking him across the field into center. Allows Ryan Brazier to take some more warm-up tosses, but just 3 innings from Yamamoto tonight. I don't think that's what Dave Roberts envisioned when he was mapping out his pitching for this series.
No, definitely not. I think they were hoping for some length, and knowing that Yamamoto has not been someone who can give them a ton of length, but I think 5 innings was the ideal, and be able to hand it over to their bullpen guys. Ryan Brazier not expected to be in this game, but now he's going to be there for some length, ideally. They also have Michael Grove that can come in and do that, and Ryan Brazier has had an up-and-down season since returning, though, from the injured list. He went from a 4.63 ERA before to a 2.76 ERA after. He's had an earned run allowed in just 3 of his last 17 appearances. Nasty slider, and really good against right-handed batters especially.
So the veteran righty Brazier, and after security is still tidying up, making sure the field is ready to go and nothing else is spontaneously happening.
Well, they're escorting another person out in the crowd. There's a section in left field that must have a group of rowdies, because there's... Oh, wow.
There's stuff being thrown around near the left field foul pole, and while we enjoy some of this scenery here at Dodger Stadium, and the game is halted. We send it back to the studio for an update with Kevin Winter.
All right, Roxy and Jess, while that's getting taken care of. The story of the day in baseball, the New York Yankees, the New York Mets, each winners today. The Yanks have just knocked off the Royals 6-5. Meanwhile, Carlos Mendoza's Mets, they scored 5 runs at the top of the 8th inning today, and then a run in the 9th. They beat the Philadelphia Phillies by a count of 6-2.
We know we're good, but and we got good players, and we are executing. So we just continue to grind at bats, continue to take it one pitch, one at bat.